Good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to 413 Sports Talk. I'm your host, Rahim Escalay. Today, we have some scores from the NHL, the MLB, and the NBA, and my review of last night's Western Mass High School football action. So without further ado, let's get into this potentially rather short episode. And we'll start with the NBA and what happened there last night. So, we have the Indiana Pacers beating the Orlando Magic 111-106. Boston Celtics beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 145-136. This was the highest scoring game of last night as far as the slew of games is concerned. And Jason Tatum became the youngest Celtic ever to score 50 points last night for Jason Tatum. And he accomplished this feat, and who else did he knock off the list by doing this? None other than Larry Bird. So, shout out to Jason Tatum for his accomplishment and feat last night in that very extremely high-scoring game. Wish I would have been there to watch it. It definitely looked like it would have been a treat to watch. We have the Atlanta Hawks over the Chicago Bulls 120-108, and in that game, the Chicago Bulls star Zach LaVine scored 39 of his 50 points in the first half. So this guy was balling out insane from tip-off, going crazy. Zach LaVine, he got 50, but 39 of them came in the first half. We had the New Orleans Pelicans beating the Philadelphia 76ers 101-94. What was specific to me about this game is what we got via head coach Stan Van Gundy. We got a heavy dose of what I like to call point Zion. If you were able to watch the Pelicans game last night, you will recall that Zion Williamson brought up the ball every single time. Thus, the name Point Zion I gave to him. And honestly, it looks like when they did that, a lot good came from it. Zion scored 37. He went for 37 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists. 8 assists was one shy of his career high. 15 rebounds was his career high, and his 37 points was 2 shy of his normal career high of 39. And it translated in a statement win for the New Orleans Pelicans. So, advice going forward for them, switch Zion to point guard. No, just joking. He's got to play 5 every now and then, just to have that presence down low. And make sure no sneaky guards think that they're going to post it or send it back. Mutombo style. The Charlotte Bobcats over the Milwaukee Bucks 127-119. LaMelo Ball, I fell in love with the way he's playing down there in Charlotte. It's all fast breaks, alley-oops, open threes, and a lot of the team, when they get ready to set up in their defense, they're not able to set up properly, and that creates open threes, trick passes, and that fast break opportunity that it seems to me that Charlotte's thrived off of. So, shouts to them. Denver, we have the Washington Wizards beat Steph Curry, and the Golden State Warriors 110-107. My Lakers beat the Houston Rockets 124-106. And those, my friends, are your basketball scores. Moving on to the NHL, Pittsburgh over New Jersey 6-4. A game of New York with the Rangers and the Islanders going, and the Rangers taking that one 4-1. Washington over Buffalo 4-3. St. Louis over Minnesota 9-1. Wow. Vegas beats Arizona 7-4. Colorado beats Anaheim 2-0, and San Jose over the Los Angeles Kings 5-2. Moving on to the Major League Baseball, we have Tampa Bay smoking the Yankees, absolutely beating the crap out of the New York Yankees, 10-5. Dodgers over Washington Nationals 1-0. The Giants over the Rockies 3-1. The Angels opened a can of heavenly whoop butt on the Toronto Jays 7-1. Cleveland beats Detroit 4-1. Atlanta 8. Philly 1. Wow. San Diego Padres score 3. Texas Rangers 0. And what's significant about that game is Joe Musgrove tosses the franchise's very first no-hitter. So, congratulations to Joe Musgrove and the San Diego Padres for getting that done. It was a historic night for them, and I hope they're waking up today feeling happy and able to relish the moment in that with that situation. So, Joe Musgrove, salute to you. Cleveland Indians over the Detroit Tigers 4-1. Oakland Athletics 6-2 over the Houston Astros. That was weird. I didn't mean to repeat that score there. That was a little technical goof. Houston Astros losing their first game in a long time. I still think they're one of the league's best. And finally, the Cincinnati Reds beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 6-5 with an extra innings. And now, my favorite part of today's show. Western Mass High School football. I call it Friday Night Lights, 413 style. So what happened yesterday? A lot of good games. The Agawam West Springfield game was one of my favorites. It started out competitive, but in the second half, West Springfield was able to run away with that. I loved Minnechaug's win over East Longmeadow. I think Minnechaug really brought it offensively. And I really like the Greenfield Frontier game because it was a defensive struggle. And 14-0 would definitely show that score. But next week I have confidence that Frontier will turn it around. So without further ado, let's get into these scores. Holyoke beats Westfield 26-7. West Springfield, as I had mentioned before, beats number 4 Agawam 33-10. Wacona Warriors beat Taconic 28-14. Number 10 Ware over Ludlow 34-19. Athol survives a game against Mayhar 26-22. Greenfield over Frontier 14-0, and Minnechaug over East Longmeadow 56-15. Shout outs to Minnechaug again with that game. I'm a huge fan of offensive football. I love when teams run it up, and I love when defenses can't contain the teams that run it up. So, shout out to Minnechaug again. High school basketball, and this is another impressive feat here. This score: the Hampshire boys beat. The Hampshire boys won 105-27. The largest margin of victory for any basketball team in Western Massachusetts. Moving on to high school girls volleyball, Wacona Warriors end up beating Taconic 3-1. We have Frontier over Mayhar 3-0. Wasn't a good day for Mayhar sports. Mount Greylock in girls soccer beats Drury 5-0. High school track for the indoor Hampshire team, both girls and boys, they won. The girls won respectively 54-37, and the boys won 65-26. High school football Saturday. We have Amherst at Longmeadow at 12 o'clock. Commerce in Putnam, the big Springfield rivalry. That kicks off at noon as well, with the finisher this afternoon between Belchertown and Northampton. That, my friends, is your very brief episode 21. I thank you for coming. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. Even if you just watch the video for 30 seconds, I really appreciate that as well. My goal with 413 Sports Talk is to give you guys sporting news in a different way and have it seen from a different perspective, and putting a huge emphasis that no other entity has on the student athlete, the high schools, and local sports to begin with. My name is Rahim Escalai. This is 413 Sports Talk. This is episode 21. I wish you all love, health, and good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.